Chill, folks, man. I got this, yeah.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Welcome to No Nonsense Boxing. I'm your host, Dereck Higgins. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. I almost missed this fight, ladies and gentlemen. Almost missed the fight. You probably be like, we don't really care about this fight. You know what I'm saying? It's not a real big fight. But ladies and gentlemen, if you are a real boxing fan, you want to know about all the boxers. You want to know about the up-and-coming boxers. And some of these boxers you will not hear about until they get into the ring with one of your favorite boxers. You're like, who is this guy? Like I said, some of these guys are coming from out of the country, man, out of Poland, out of Australia, out of Germany. And this is one of the fights where these guys are coming out of, I want to say they're coming out of Poland. They're coming out of Poland, the Poland boxers. They're making a name for themselves, the amateurs. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is from Kownacki Promotions Knyba versus Aajour, okay? And this is going to be tomorrow on FiteTv at 1 p.m. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you do not got the Fight app, get the Fight app so you can see this fight, Knyba versus Aajour, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the fight. Like I said, man, it's Kownacki Promotions. You know who Kownacki is. Adam Kownacki, Babyface Kownacki, heavyweight. This is Promotions. He's doing his card with who's the other promotions that are on this card? Hold on, give me a minute before I get to that. Oh man. So Kownacki Promotions, RBK Promotions, and Tucko Promotions are doing this fight, okay? So like I said, let's get into the card. Let's take a look into the to these guys. See here. Let's look at them. Okay, this is the full poster for the fight right here. That's Knyba and that's Aajour. Like I said, once again, it's Kownacki Promotions, RBK Promotions, and Tucko Promotions. And nice little card, man. Like I said, all these guys are amateurs. Like I said, tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern time. And like I said, man, get the Fight app. They have boxing. They got boxing on that. Like I said, you want to keep up with the amateur boxers because I said, like you said, man, like I was telling you, when these guys come up in the ranks, they're going to end up being in the ring with your favorite boxer. You're not going to know who this guy is. That's why it's good to keep up with the amateur boxers, okay? So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, man, this is going to be on tomorrow at 1 p.m. on FiteTv at Hala Sportowa, Zawania, Poland, okay? Like I said, Poland boxers, okay? Like I said, man, Damian Knyba and Aazddin Aajour, okay? Like I said, man, these guys are very low ranked. You see, he's ranked at 243, 199. But let's look at the ages, man. Knyba comes in at 25. Aajour comes in at 34. Knyba is orthodox fighter, and we don't know what kind of fighting style this guy comes in. Aajour, okay. Knyba 6'7". Aajour 6'3". Ooh, an 86 reach advantage here, man, for Knyba. Knyba's a real big dude at 6'7", 86 inch reach advantage. Okay. Let's look at these guys' records. Like I said, man, these amateurs. Okay, Knyba comes in here undefeated. Okay, 4 wins, 0 losses, 0 draws, 2 knockouts. Okay, and Aajour comes in at 4 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, 3 knockouts. So both of these guys can hit. Both of these guys have some power. So far, what we can see in the amateur careers. But Knyba has, Aajour has 2 losses and 2 draws. Okay, so who knows, man? Like I said, man, who knows? But both of these guys can punch. We don't know what his reach is, Aajour's reach is. But we know this guy, we know Knyba has an 86 inch reach advantage in this fight, which is crazy well, that's not crazy, but like I said, he's a heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? He's about the same size as Tyson Fury, right? Isn't Tyson Fury 6'7"? But yeah, man, he's a big dude. So I think Knyba is going to win this fight for what I see, man. Like I said, man, 6'7", 86-inch reach advantage. I saw a little bit of him fighting yesterday, and he has a pretty good jab for what I can see. He uses his jab very well. So I think Knyba's going to win this fight. Let's take a look at the rest of the card because there's other fights on the card too. I'm not going to be able to pronounce these guys' names, but as you see, man, they got a nice little card here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's four other fights before we get to the main event. So we have Lucas Numcizic versus Andries Bodar. Okay, it's the co-main event. Let me try to see if I can pronounce his name. Mateusz Najemczyk versus Mykola Numerovsky. Okay, Bartosz Laskizik, Arthur Garziak. I don't even know what I'm saying. Martin BL Lago Gendizai. You know what? Either way, ladies and gentlemen, these are the these are the other bouts of the card, man. I'm probably butchered all these other guys' names, but like I said, man, these guys are all amateurs, amateur boxers. They coming up in the ranks, man, making a name for themselves. And like I said, man, you gotta watch the amateur boxers, man, because like I said, man, these guys are gonna be the guys that's gonna end up in the ring with you, with one of your favorite boxers, and you be like, who is this guy? You're not gonna know nothing about him. And he might surprise your guy, knock him out. Who knows? But keep up with the guys, man. Keep up with your amateur boxers. It's very important to keep up with your amateur boxers so you know who is stepping in the ring with your favorite boxer. These guys are coming out of Poland. Poland, Germany, Korea, all kinds of places, man. Boxing is all over the world, and boxers all over the world. So you got to keep up the amateur boxers, right? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's the fight. Like I said, once again, it's gonna be on FiteTv. Get the app 1 p.m. on FiteTv, all right, to check this fight out. Knyba versus Aajour, okay? So let's get to some boxing news, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to some boxing news. Let's do that. Let's get to some boxing news. Let's see what's going on boxing today, all right? Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got here today. Let's see what this is. Garon Melendez co-headlines Consejo Martinez on January 20th. Let's get into the story, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into the story. Let's see what we got here. Rene Teles Garon versus Luis Melendez co-headlines Consejo Martinez on January 29th. All right. Let's see what we got here. Top ranks January 29th. Robson Consejo versus Xavier Martinez shows has acquired a very interesting co-main event which sees rising young lightweights Rene Teles Garon versus Luis Melendez collide in a Mexico versus Puerto Rico showdown. All right. There we go. There's the card for the fight. You see the card. See the card. Okay, look like Nico Ali Wash is going to be on that card, man. The nephew of Muhammad Ali. If you haven't watched him yet, up and comer young boxer, unbeaten. Check him out, man. And Jeremiah Milton is going to also be on that card. Looks like he's from Tulsa, heavyweight prospect. Okay, so yeah, man, it's going to be an interesting card. I like what I see from Nico Ali Wash, man. Look, I like what I see from him. But let's get into the story though, into the news. Nico Ali Wash and Jeremiah Milton will be in action as well. The 22-year-old Garon, 60 wins, 1 loss, 10 KOs, whose only pro loss was a well-aged decision against Michelle Rivera, burst onto the world stage in 2019 by knocking out unbeaten Olympian Carlos Barderes. He's since won 2 straight, both by stoppage, and signed with Bob Arum and Company ahead of his most recent win. I told my manager, Frank Espinoza, that I am ready to fight any junior lightweight out there, Garon said. Melendez answered the call, and we're going to give the Tulsa fans a great fight. Whenever you have a Mexican versus a Puerto Rican, it can't help but be toe-to-toe. Yes, indeed. All right. Melendez, 17 wins, 1 loss, 13 KOs, 23 suffered an upset decision, lost to 1-2 Elliot De Jesus, and in his 3rd pro fight. He's been rather conservative with his opposition since. His biggest test to date came last November when he nearly edged out Thomas Matisse over 8 rounds. Melendez said, "I jumped at this opportunity without hesitation. I'm thankful for this platform, and I will put the 130-pound division on notice." Garon is the man in my way. I'm the next Puerto Rican star, and I will prove it in Tulsa. Even without any marquee names, I'm liking the matchmaking on this card. Let's see if it lives up to its potential. All right, and I think that's the end of that story, man. But so yeah, there you go right there, man. Like I said, man, keep your eye on it. Keep your eye on Nico Ali Washman, up and comer. Looks pretty good, man. The nephew of Muhammad Ali. And look at, and like I said, man, keep an eye on Jeremiah Milton. These up and coming fighters, man, are making names for themselves. I'm telling you, man, keep your eye out on the amateurs and the up and comers. I'm telling you. All right, let's see what else we got here. Let's see what else we got as far as the stories for today. Let's see. Chisora's trainer rejects the idea of fighting Deontay Wilder. Wow, why would you do that for? Dereck Chisora, you never turned down no fights. Is that? I don't think that's you. That's your trainer telling you you don't want to fight Deontay Wilder next. And let's get to the fight, man. Let's get to the news. Dave Coldwell, the trainer of heavyweight contender Dereck Chisora, says there is no way he would be on board with his fighter taking part in a contest with former WBC world champion Deontay Wilder. Chisora's promoter Eddie Hearn has openly called for such a fight to take place in 2022. Wilder has been stopped in his last 2 fights, both at the hands of current WBC champion Tyson Fury. All right. On the other side, Chisora is riding a 3-fight skid, and he took a lot of punishment in his December loss to Joseph Parker. While some observers would like to see Chisora retire from the sport, the tough boxer intends to continue forward with more fights in the future. You know what? Dereck Chisora is a very strong boxer, man. You know what I'm saying? He always gives it all, gives his heart in the fight. I don't know what to say about Dereck Chisora, man. He's not a boxer. He's more like a slugger. I think if he could learn how to box more, he could be dangerous. But he's up in age to the point where you can't teach the old dog new tricks. You know what I'm saying? But Dereck Chisora is a dog. Come there, he'll give his all. He's strong. He's big, and I'm telling you, man, you can knock him down, but he keeps getting up. I'm telling you, he's a strong dude. And I saw the fight with Joseph Parker. It was a very entertaining fight. But like I said, man, Dereck Chisora does not do enough boxing. He just comes in at the slug, okay? But anyway, let's get further into the news. So Coldwell would like to see Chisora take some light opponents in his next few outings. I think that'd be a good idea too. His last 2 fights were tough defeats at the hands of Parker twice and current unified champion Oleksandr Usyk. I saw that fight as well. Wilder is planning to return in the upcoming months and needs a comeback opponent. Hearn believes Chisora will be a perfect comeback foe. Okay. Caldwell disagrees with any scenario of having Chisora face Wilder in the near future. I think that Chisora should get some other fights under his belt first. You know what I'm saying? He's been taking a lot of big fights. Give some time, get some wins under his belt so we can get some, feel some momentum. And then, put him in Wilder, but not right after you just got, like I said, you lost to Usyk, you lost to Parker. Let him get a few wins, a couple easy fights, and then put him in there. But don't throw him in there right to the wolves after you just got finished getting beat by Parker. Man, these guys just want to keep, throwing guys to the wolves. Anyway, no, it's not something I want to see. I think it's just too hard a night for him. Derek's Dereck, and he'll do what he wants to do. It doesn't matter what anybody says. It's the same as how he's been all the way through his career. Coldwell explains to Talk Sport. When it comes down to does he fight again or doesn't he fight again? Yes, he will listen to people's advice when it comes to opponents and things like that. But Dereck wants to fight certain people. If he wants to fight, then they'll happen. If I had my way, he wouldn't be fighting Deontay Wilder. That's for sure. You know what? I think that's Dereck Chisora's trainer, okay? Dave Coldwell. I think if Dereck Chisora is offered the right amount of money, we could see this fight. But I really think with the trainer, I think the trainer is right. Dereck, get some wins in the belt, man. Don't wear yourself out. Don't keep going to the ring with all these big guys, these big heavy punches. Go get some wins in your belt, get some momentum, and then go back out there and fight Wilder, man. But I'm like I said, man, just got finished. You lost to Usyk, you lost to Parker. Get some light fights in, then go at Wilder. Wilder's coming off a loss too, so he's probably trying to find something light too. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe why to look for a guy to get back in the rankings again. I don't know. But Chisora, you got two back-to-backs, man. Get some live action. That's just my opinion, Derek. That's just my opinion. People telling him to retire. I think he still got dog in him. I think he still got some more in him. We'll see what Dereck Chisora has for us in the future in 2022. All right, let's see what else we got, man. Edwards claims Martinez unification is close. Okay, let's see. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, Sonnie Edwards. Sonnie Edwards claims Julio Cesar Martinez unification is close. That should be a very good fight. That should be a very good one. After a breakout 2021 that saw him win and defend flyweight gold, Sonnie Edwards claims that a blockbuster unification clash with WBC titleist Julio Cesar Martinez is close to getting made. All right, I like the sound of that. That would actually be a very good fight, a very good one. And here's a picture of that's Sonnie Edwards right there, and that's Julio Cesar Martinez right there. Let's get further into the story. With the presence of Junto Nakatani, makes it hard to say with certainty that this is the best possible fight at 112. It's definitely the most interesting, both in and out of the ring. Martinez 18 wins, 1 loss, 14 KOs, with putting Edwards 17 wins, 0 losses, 4 KOs. Brother Charlie threw the wood chipper in 2019 before stupidly hitting him while he was down, giving the matchup a pre-installed revenge narrative. The clash of styles is every bit of fascinating. I like the fight too. Ray is one of the most pathologically aggressive fighters in the entire sport. A 5'2" ball of murderous intent with zero regard of his own well-being, and some sneaky technical acumen behind the controlled explosion he calls offense. Edwards, on the other hand, proved that he might be the best pure boxer in the division by outclassing Marate Mathaline last April. Let's see here. Nothing is even close to final, obviously, but the optimists among you have something to look forward to. All right. I think that'd be a very good fight. That'll be a very good one. Very good fight. Who I think will win that fight? I would have to say Sonnie Edwards is a very good boxer. He's not a knockout artist, as you can see. I'm going to say Julio Cesar Martinez would beat Sonnie Edwards in that fight, but it'll be a very good fight. Let's see what else we got though. Let's see what else we got. Let's see. Andre Alakamanuli, first bid to proceed. Andre Parker, interim title fight unsuccessfully explored. Okay. Let's see. Andre Alakamanuli, first bid to proceed. Andre Parker, interim title fight unsuccessfully unexplored. Let's get further into the story. Demetrius Andrade remains on the hook for a mandatory title defense. A last-ditch effort to secure an alternative option for Providence's Andrade proved futile, as the unbeaten WBO middleweight title is still required to next face top contender Anamek Alakamanuli. The sanctioning bodies previously called for a purse bid hearing, which is scheduled for January 14th at WBO's headquarters in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Okay. Andrade, 31 wins, 0 losses, 19 KOs, and his team have spent the past several weeks exploring the possibility of facing England's Zach Parker. 22 wins, 0 losses, 16 KOs. Zach Parker is a very good fighter, very good boxer, has very good power. But like I said, man, when it comes to these English fighters and American fighters, man, their styles don't add up, man. There are 2 different types of boxing. We're 2 different styles when it comes to boxing. You got the English style, you got the American style, and American style always seems to get over on English style. You know what I'm saying? But Zach Parker is a very good boxer, has some decent power, but I think Andrade is definitely going to outclass him simply because he's American trained boxer. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, and the styles just don't add up most of the time. Okay. WBO's championship committee was prepared to honor the request, while undisputed super middleweight king Saul Canelo Alvarez, 57 wins, 1 loss, 2 draws, 39 KOs, sorts out his next move. That deal is no longer on the table. WBO cannot wait any longer on whether Andre faces #1 super middleweight Zach Parker for the interim 168-pound title. Francisco Paco Bellacarcel, the longtime WBO president, declared Wednesday evening, therefore, the Andre Alakamanuli purseB will take place at WBO office January 14th at 12 p.m. noon. I did hear about this fight. The middleweight title fight was formally ordered on November 30th, 11 days after Andre scored a second-round knockout of Ireland's Jason Quigley in a voluntary title defense. Andre and Alakamanuli, 11 wins, 0 losses, 7 KOs, were given until December 20th to work out a deal, only for that period to lapse without the two sides coming to terms. A purseB hearing was called during the year-end holiday season, though, as is the case with the period between the ordered hearing and the actual session, there was still time for an 11th-hour deal to avoid that route. Andre, who previously held the WBO junior middleweight title before winning his current title in October 2018, instead sought the option of campaigning in his third weight division. Parker has been waiting on a title shot since the pandemic, having advanced to the top contender spot following 11th round stoppage of Rayhon Murdoch in March 2020. The 27-year-old Brit, who was managed by Neil Marsh and fights under Fate Warren's Queensberry Promotions banner, has since fought 3 times, most recently in a 4th round stoppage of Marcus Morrison last November in Birmingham, England. Like I said, Zach Parker is a very good boxer. Should the WBO still permit Parker to challenge for an interim super middleweight title, it will have to come against another opponent. Andre is locked into other plans of barring his vacating the WBO middleweight title, vacating the WBO middleweight built, yeah. Woo, man. Kazakhstan's Alakamanuli is coming off back-to-back 8th round stoppages, including his one-sided drubbing of formerly secondary WBO middleweight titleist Hassan Nadam in Nijikam on November 20th at Michelob Ultra Arena in Las Vegas. The win came one night following Andre's early knockout of Quigley, and with the immediate request to next enter a title fight. 5 months prior, Alakamanuli, managed by Aegis Kalimas, yes, and promoted by Top Rank, similarly tore through former WBA secondary titleist Rob Brandt in 8 rounds this past June 26th at Virgin Hotels, Las Vegas. All right, the January 14th purseB hearing is open to all WBO registered promoters. The minimum accepted bid is $200,000 for the fight. If Andre goes through with the fight, it will serve as his 6th attempted title defense. All right, so that's that. I think Andre will beat whoever this guy is. I haven't seen this guy, but I heard about him. Alakamanuli. I wanted to look and check him out, man. Check him with some of his fights to see what he brings. But Demetrius Andrews is a very slick boxer. He's very strong, and I don't know why they cannot get the fight with him and Charlo, man. I just don't understand why they can't get in the ring and get this fight over and done with, man. They don't like each other. Can we get the Andre and Charlo fight, please? Let's see what else we got. Amir Khan expresses drug testing concerns in Kell Brook fight. Oh, here we go. Amir Khan. So anyway, let's get into the news. In a recent interview, Amir Khan expressed his concerns regarding a lack of drug testing for his upcoming fight with fellow former world champion Kell Brook. The long-awaited contest is scheduled to take place on February 19th at the Manchester Arena. Khan has been inactive since July 2019, while Brook last fought in November of 2020. The Bolton boxer is currently training in Colorado with new coach Brian McIntyre, who is best known for his work with former WBO welterweight champion Terrence Crawford. Coincidentally, it was Crawford who knocked Brook out in the Sheffield's boxers last fight. Khan has trained in the past with high-profile coaches like Burchell Hunter and Freddie Roach. To ensure both sides have an even playing field, Khan has instructed sports lawyer Geoff Cunningham to get the testing procedure rolling. I just sent a message to my wife the other day, also copied my lawyer into it, and it said, can you please push whoever, Sky or Boxer, Mr. Shalom, Ben Shalom, saying the testing needs to be done. I mean, I'm sat here. There's no testing being done. Why? I'm waiting to be tested. I'm the one who had to push that. I said, look, why the test not been done? It's a bit strange, Khan told IFL TV. Testing normally gets done when I normally work with VADA and USADA. It normally gets done like straight away. At a press conference, they could turn up, but for some reason, I've been in camp for 4 weeks and there's no testing, which has been done, which I find quite weird. Geoff Cunningham said to me, look, it's in there, but I've not been tested yet, and it's coming up to like my 5th week of training. I'm like, what's going on? We want to be tested. I want to be tested because it gives me the peace of mind knowing that it's a fair fight. Either way, Amir Khan, you're going to get knocked out by Kell Brook. It's that simple. Kell Brook is a big, strong guy. His skill level is better than yours. I think his skill level is better than Amir Khan's. That's my opinion. But we're gonna find out. This fight has been. People wanted this fight for a very long time. I think actually now at this point of both guys' career, this is even a much better fight because both guys are now, tasted defeat. They're older now. I think it's gonna be a much better fight because both of these guys are now tasted defeat. Both guys know that this is it. If they lose, this is it. There's no coming back after this. This is it. You know what I'm saying? So I think this fight's gonna be a much better fight than it was if it happened years ago. This will definitely be a much better fight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you. But Amir Khan, you're going to lose. I don't see you beating Kell Brook. I'm sorry. You've been out the ring too long too. Let's see what else we got. Let's see. David Price. I think Usyk has Joshua's number. Joshua will have to be lucky. I think so too, David Price. Let's get to the story though. Let's get into the story. David Price, another heavyweight in boxing. Olympic bronze medal winner David Price believes his countryman, former 2-time champion Anthony Joshua, will need a slice of luck in order to overcome Oleksandr Usyk in their upcoming rematch. Back in September, Usyk outboxed Joshua over 12 rounds to capture the IBF, IBO, WBA, WBC heavyweight titles at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Joshua expressed an immediate rematch clause. He has. The second fight is currently targeted to take place on a date in April. Price believes the talented Usyk has the goods on Joshua. I think he does too. I just think Usyk has got his number. Every fighter has an opponent where that style of fighting, and that man in particular has his number. You're just going to have to be really lucky to win the fight, Price told TalkSport. You can be lucky, but luck also creates itself with mistakes that are made by the opponent. I do not think Usyk is someone that will make the mistake where he will put himself in a position to be knocked out by an Anthony Joshua punch. A few months ago, Joshua vowed to take a very aggressive approach to overcome Usyk in their rematch. Unlike the first bout, he wants to go after Usyk from the very start of the contest, which many experts believe he doesn't have the engine to do so. I have one thing in mind, that's war, that's murder, that's war. Let's go out there and hurt the guy. Take his soul to the point where he wants to give up. That's what boxing is about. I've learned that, Joshua said. You hit people constantly, keep on applying a certain amount of pressure. Before they know it, they'll realize you aren't going anywhere. You're here to stay. With the game plan, that's all I have in mind at the moment. That one track, stay on course, take this guy to places he doesn't want to go. Let me tell you this. Usyk is a very technical boxer. Very fast hands, very fast with his feet. He knows how to box. He knows how to use the whole ring. Something that Anthony Joshua, I don't really think he knows how to use the whole ring. That's something Usyk knows how to do. You can try to chase Usyk all night, but you're not going to get a real good clean shot on Usyk, because Usyk is very good defensively, very good offensively, and like I said, he's just a better boxer. So I think you're right, David Price. Usyk is going to outclass him again, and it's just I think if Joshua wins this, if Joshua loses this fight, we might not see Anthony Joshua again. That's just my opinion. But either way, let's go to the next story. Let's see what else we got. Hughie Fury fight makes sense for Dereck Chisora, says Boxer Salon. That is I like that fight. I like that one. I like this one. This one makes sense. I like this one. Hughie Fury fight makes sense for Dereck Chisora, says Boxer Shalom. I like that one. I like that one. Promoter Ben Shalom, a boxer who works for heavyweight contender Hughie Fury, believes a fight with Dereck Chisora is now more likely to happen. Last month, Chisora lost a 12-round unanimous decision in his rematch with former WO world champion Joseph Parker. Chisora took a lot of punishment in the fight and was dropped 3 times during the fight. The fight with Parker marked Chisora's 3rd consecutive defeat. I like this fight if it happens. Fury, the cousin of WC heavyweight champion Tyson Fury, is very interested in facing Chisora. Shalom thinks the fight makes a lot of sense for both boxers and is now in a better scenario to actually come off. Likelier, yes, it's likelier Chisora would agree to face Fury, Shalom said to Sky Sports. I think Chisora should take this fight. This should be a good one. This is one where it's not an easy fight, but it's much easier fight than him trying to fight Wilder. He will struggle. He will struggle to get the Deontay Wilder fight that has been spoken about. Even Dillian White struggled to get the Wilder fight. Fury is the fight that makes sense for Chisora. If Chisora wins, it proves that he is still an elite British heavyweight. True. Chisora lost to Parker. Hughie arguably beat Parker when he was just 23 years old. If Chisora wants to bounce back with a bang, if he is still serious, Chisora is very good and only loses to the elite guys. So for Hughie, it is a good fight. The fans want to see this. They love Dereck and they want to see Hughie tested. We have reached out again to Dereck. We want the fight. Hughie wants it. Peter wants it. It's an exciting fight for us. Hughie is someone that nobody wants to fight. He's 27, awkward, and is a hard man to beat. Now he has strength and experience as well. The hardest part is getting people to fight him. The risk of the war for his opponent makes it difficult. Chisora will be a big fight for him. We're also speaking to Chris Arreola and Andy Ruiz Jr. They are exciting options for Hughie while the guys with the belts are going at it. You know what? Those actually all good guys. Hughie Fury versus Chris Arreola or Andy Ruiz Jr. Those are all very good fights. Hughie Fury is a very good boxer. He has very good, boxing skills. Has decent power too. All those fights sound really good. I like either one that happens. I would definitely tune into that. Let's get into the next story. Let's see what else we got. What else do we have, ladies and gentlemen? Let's see. Tommy Fury. This is the time. Tommy Fury. This is the fight for Jake Paul to prove he's a legit boxer. We were hoping to see this fight, but Tommy Fury, I guess, got hurt or sick or whatever, or something happened. We got a repeat of Jake Paul's last fight. Tyron Woodley got knocked out, of course. But anyway, let's see what Tommy Fury has to say. Let's see. It is definitely time for Jake Paul to fight a real boxer. I definitely agree. Light heavyweight prospect Tommy Fury is not backing away from a potential fight with social media star Jake Paul. Last month, Paul, 5 wins, 4 KOs, and Fury's 7 wins, 4 KOs was scheduled to collide in a main event on a Showtime pay-per-view card in Florida. About 2 weeks before the fight, Fury withdrew with a rib injury and a chest infection. Wow, see? Both. An injury and a sickness. It was quickly replaced by former UFC champion Tyron Woodley, who lost an 8th-round split decision to Paul in August of last year. This time around, Paul made a statement when he brutally knocked Woodley out with a single punch in the 6th round. Fury, who is the younger brother of WBC heavyweight champion Tyson Fury, rejects the circulating talk that he ducked the fight with Paul. Anybody for a second who thinks that thinks that this is all fake and bull crap, they can think again, because of why on earth would I pull out of this fight? I was getting paid handsomely, and I'm used to fighting real fighters. Fury told MMA Hours Ariel Helwani. The fact of the matter is there's unfinished business here, and this fight needs to take place, because how can he be serious about fighting if he's never fought a boxer before? How can he be serious about this? He keeps referring to the UFC. If he wants to go and fight in the UFC, don't put on a pair of boxing gloves again and go and fight in the UFC. Don't call yourself a boxer if you've never, ever fought one. Make no mistake, that's the fight I want next. I'll also be checking in with my team every single day to see where we're up to see where we're up to with that. All right. I agree. I think Jake Paul needs to fight a real boxer. I totally agree. It has become personal because unfinished business, like I said, this fight should have happened in December and it didn't. This fight needs to happen. There's a lot of people out there that want to see this fight. I do believe that out of every fight, Jake Paul can take a minute boxer wise. This is the biggest fight he can take. And I do believe he knows that, because if he wasn't the big name or wasn't with the fighting, as well as I know, Jake wouldn't be mentioning me. Because a lot of people call Jake Paul out, and there's a lot of people who don't get the response. At the end of the day, this is the fight for Jake Paul to make, to prove whether or not he's a legitimate boxer and can be a legitimate contender in this game. I totally agree 100%. I think this fight needs to be happening. I think until Jake Paul fights a real boxer, he can't call himself a boxer, just like Tommy Fury said. This fight, if this fight does happen, I think it's gonna be a very interesting fight. Who do I think will win? Who do I think will win this fight? Honestly, that fight will be actually a 50-50 fight. Jake Paul has some skill from what I can see. Tommy Fury has some skill from what I can see. Both guys have power. It'll be a very interesting fight. Somebody will possibly get knocked out. Any of them can get knocked out. I'm gonna say it's a 50-50 fight. I can't pick a winner. But until Jake Paul fights a real boxer, he is not a real boxer. I totally agree. Hope to see you back in the ring again soon, Tommy Fury. Hopefully against Jake Paul. Okay, Miguel Burchell plots return in 2022 at lightweight. All right, let's look what we got here. So Miguel Burchell plots return in 2022 at lightweight. The last time we saw Miguel Burchell, he yielded his WBC junior lightweight title to Oscar Valdez when he was knocked out in 10 rounds in February 2021. Since then, Valdez tested positive for the banned substance for fentermine, which cast a shadow over his career best win over his fellow Mexican. Burchell is pointing the finger at his former rival. He says there were several reasons why he lost. We scroll down here. Let's get further in the story. I don't want to demerit Valdez, but it wasn't me that night. Burchell, 38 wins, 2 losses, 34 knockouts, told the ring through his promoter, Mario Abraham, everything was wrong. My training camp wasn't the best. I was listening to the wrong people that affected my concentration, and I wasn't 100% back after COVID, but I wanted to fight, and I paid the price for it. The 30-year-old who made 6 of those successfully defenses of the WBC 130-pound title over a 4-year period is ready to return, this time at lightweight. I took a long rest. Now my mind is clear. I know what I want, Burchell said. I want to concentrate my comeback fight, hopefully in March. The defeat prompted Burchell to make changes in personnel to his team. I had great years with Alfredo Caballero, he said of his former trainer. I became a world champion with him, but I felt that I needed a change, new air. Then I'm training in Las Vegas with Jorge Capetillo. I'm feeling very well and motivated. I just extended my contract with promoters Top Rank and Zanfer Boxing. Although Burchell hasn't been active, the big punching former titleist has been intentionally watching the division he's about to invade. I think Teofimo Lopez was mistaken in his fight plan. He wanted to win with one punch, said El Alakran. Maybe he didn't feel good anymore making 135 pounds. The Ring Magazine lightweight champion George Kambosos Jr. had a great night and was a fair winner. Yes, indeed. Devin Haney versus Joseph Diaz fight. I think Jojo had to be more aggressive that night to win the fight. Vasily Lomachenko had a great performance, and Richard Commey did his best. Gervonta Davis was affected by the hand injury, but Isaac Pitbull Cruz didn't disappoint. He didn't win the fight, but it was a positive fight for him. Burchell is now seeking new targets in the crowded 135-pound division. I want the big fights to see it. There are a lot of great fighters in the division: Loma, Gervonta, Haney, Kambosos, Ryan Garcia. I would love to fight any of them. Hope at the end of 2022 or 2023, I become a world champion at 135. Abraham, the president of Max Boxing Promotions, co-promoters Burchell with Zanfer Promotions, and feels his fighter is almost ready to return to action. All right. I haven't seen him with that hunger and motivation for a long time, said Abraham. I hope he will have a great comeback fight to recover his confidence and then go for the big fights. All right, Miguel Burchell. We'll see you, man. We'll see you. We will see you soon. All right, in a new division. All right. What else do we got? What else do we got? Let's see. Donaire, I would love to fight Estrada Chocolito winner. I could go down to 115 if I want to. Okay, see what we got here. He wants to fight Estrada and the Chocolatito winner. Okay, Chocolatito. It's been a minute since I seen Chocolatito. But yeah, that'd be a good fight. I think I like that fight. Whichever one he fights, that'd be a great fight. Nonito Donaire is definitely a legend of boxing. He's 40-some years old and still knocking guys out. Nonito Donaire's remarkable return to the bantamweight division has been an anomaly. Boxers typically don't drop down to lower divisions to succeed as they age, especially those that are approaching 40. Donaire moved back down to the bantamweight limit of 118 pounds, all the way from the featherweight maximum of 126. After suffering a 12th round unanimous decision defeat to Carl Frampton in April 2018. 3.5 years later, the 39-year-old Donaire has added 2 more bantamweight championships to his Hall of Fame resume and is in position to secure a rematch against Japanese star Naoya Inoue. Is that how you say his name? Naoya. Anyway, whatever, man. Japanese star Inoue. The first fight with Donaire, lost by a unanimous decision in November 19th, was voted Fight of the Year by Boxing Writers Association of America. Inoue is a very strong fighter. I just don't know how to pronounce his name, but he is definitely a beast. Strong, very good boxing skills. What did they call him? I forgot what they call him. But yeah, if you haven't seen Naoya Inoue, he's a beast. You might check him out, man. He's definitely a monster. I think that's what they call him, a monster. Is that what they call him, a monster? I think that's what they call him, a monster. Anyway, if Donaire could not secure the intriguing rematch with Inoue, the Filipino Flash is certain that he can comfortably drop down 3 more pounds to face the winner of the upcoming rubber match between super flyweight rivals Juan Francisco Estrada, 42 wins, 3 losses, 28 KOs, and Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez, 50 wins, 3 losses, 41 KOs. Donaire discussed potentially facing the Estrada Gonzalez winner during a recent appearance on the Boxing with Chris Mannix podcast. I would love to, Donaire said. I would love to. I'm putting myself out there in that mix with Chocolatito and Estrada. That would be great. I'm all for it. Las Vegas Donaire hasn't competed within the 150-pound division since July 2010, when he stopped Hernan Marquez in the 8th round. Going on 12 years later, he isn't reluctant to do it again. I think you do it. I think so. Making the weight is just such a simple thing for me, Donaire said. I mean, I can go down to 115 if I want to, and still feel really strong. When I fought anyway, I was actually 116, so I had to drink a few waters to get to 117, just a little bit below 118. So 116, is right around the corner of 115. Right. I think you can definitely, Donaire can make that weight easily. The hard-hitting Donaire, 42 wins, 6 losses, 28 KOs, knocked out previously unbeaten countryman Raymart Daballo. I saw that fight, 24 wins, 1 loss, 20 KOs. It was the mandatory challenge for Donaire's WBC bantamweight title in the 4th round of a main event, Showtime televised December 11th from Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. He wants Inoue next, but the 4-division champion considers the Estrada Gonzalez winner a viable alternative. Richard's going to do his thing, and I'm just going to advise what I want. Donaire said in reference to his promoter, for Brellam's Richard Schaefer, and it's possible we'll make it happen. And that is it of that. Yeah, I would. That would be a good one. Whoever wins the fight of Estrada and Chocolito, it would be a very good fight with Donaire. That'd be interesting. That'd be a really good one. It might actually, it would definitely might become a fight of the year. Whoever he fights, if that fight happens, okay. That's what's next. What's what we got next? I think this is the last one here. Julio Cesar Martinez, trainer of Edwards unification bout. Easy work for my boy. Let's see here. Let's see. Julio Cesar Martinez is easy work. I think so. I don't say easy work, but I think Sonnie Edwards is just he can box, but he won't be strong enough to keep Julio Cesar Martinez off of him. So Julio Cesar Martinez and his team don't seem too bothered by the competition. A call for a title unification bout came from Sonnie Edwards, who recently defended his IBF flyweight title following a dominant 12-round unanimous decision over Philippines' Jason Mama. 16 wins, 1 loss, 9 KOs. Edwards won the scores of 118-109, 118-109, and 117-110 to clear off his mandatory title defense obligation last month at Coca-Cola Arena in Dubai. Let's see here. Immediately following the fight, London's Edwards set his sights on Mexico City's Martinez, 18 wins, 1 loss, 14 KOs, 2 non-contests, known as El Rey, and what serves as a WBC IBF title unification clash and a showdown of the 2 highest ranked flyweights in the world. The call out was immediately acknowledged. Easy work for my boy Eddie Reynoso. Martinez trainer told BoxingScene.com of the possible fight between reigning titleists. Edwards, 17 wins, 0 losses, 4 KOs, won the IBF flyweight title following a 12-round decision over Marte Methyl in April of 2021. Long before putting a major alphabet strap around his waist, Edwards was keen on a showdown with Martinez, if not to settle old family business. Martinez previously faced Charlie Edwards, Sonny's older brother, who held the WBC flyweight belt at the time of August 2019 meet. Martinez floored Edwards in round 3, though landed one more blow while the reigning titleist was still on the canvas. It was originally declared a knockout win before the result was changed to a no contest. Martinez won the belt in his next fight, a 9th-round stoppage of Christopher Rosales in December 2019, having since made 4 title defenses. In his most recent bout, Martinez survived a first-round knockdown versus McWilliams Arroyo to send a Puerto Rican challenger to the canvas, also in round 1 as well as round 2, before the bout was stopped on a cut this past November 19th in Manchester, New Hampshire. Arroyo was unwilling to proceed with the fight prior to the start of round 3, with the injury deemed the result of an accidental foul and the fight ending in a no contest. I saw that fight. Like I said, man, I think Julio Cesar Martinez is going to will definitely be Sonnie Edwards. Sonnie Edwards can box. His strength is questionable. I don't think he'll be able to keep Julio Cesar Martinez off of him. I think Julio Cesar Martinez will knock Sonnie Edwards out if they fight. And I think that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I think that is it. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, make sure to check out the fight tomorrow at 1 p.m. Knyba versus Aajour on FiteTv, okay? On FiteTv, 1 p.m. Like I said, man, make sure you keep your eye on the amateurs, up-and-coming guys, you know what I'm saying? These are the guys that are coming up, and you never know. These guys can be in the room with your guy, and they can pull up an upset. You just don't know who they are. So I'm telling you, find out about these amateurs, watch these amateurs fight. You know what I'm saying? They come from different places, Turkey, Dubai, Korea, Poland. So, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you keep your eye on the amateurs because you never know. These guys move up the ranks, then get in the ring with your boy. They can do it. They can pull off an upset because they don't know who he is, don't know their fighting style. But you know, the boxer probably won't know, but you know. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is No Nonsense Boxing. Thank you for tuning in. This is what I do, ladies and gentlemen, so you know. Every time there's a fight that comes up, you'll see me. You'll see me. You'll see me. Okay, you'll see me. I'll come. I'll tell you about the fight coming up, and I'll give you the boxing news. But ladies and gentlemen, till then, hope you enjoy. Don't miss the fight. Take care of yourself. Be blessed. Till next time.